bearish, next one close bearish. Now we are in a bearish trend until they change. So your work is to follow what the market is telling you until it changes. Okay. So when you see something like this, this is where now the intraday strategy comes in. I reworded it a little bit so it may be a little bit confusing. I tried to make it clearer. So in this day, you are marking the high of this candle and the high of this with the expectation that the market is going to trade the following day. This is on Thursday. So on Friday, you're expecting the market to take this high, then eventually take this. So this is just a pullback downward. So if you go to 4 hours, now that is where those concepts that Riti is teaching you comes to play. Those other concepts of SMC that I decided to summarize here. So if you go to 4 hours and you want to trade like Riti, just know that you can simplify it by just looking at daily and waiting for it to close in opposite direction. So this would be your daily high. So this should be your TP1, and then still have more room. So this you can call it final TP. So this would be a TP, and then this would be your TP2 or final TP. So this will be your low. So now most of the time I don't mention them because I just see these things happening. So what has happened here from an SMC perspective, we got a break of structure. We got a break of structure upwards in 4 hours, which is always high time frame. And then after that, we have an IDM that was taken here. So my system is overloaded. So this is an inducement, and then we tapped on a decisional point of interest, and at the same time, or just basically order flow in general. So this is the order flow we just into. So we can say it is just a decisional point of interest. So at POI is either fair value gap. As you can see, this is high probability fair value gap. I've already made a video about it. And then we have a high probability order block that has even taken liquidity. And then generally we have an order flow. This is the market that move like this. So this break of structure here makes this all sell to buy an order flow. So with all those concepts in mind, the strategy has summarized them for you. You don't need to stress yourself with that. All this has been marked. So now you'd be waiting for a change of character in 15 minutes. I think internal choke. Now if you're going the hard way, if you're going the hard way, then this is how you need to be trading. So you can see the market pushed up, is now pulling back. Now we may need to see this being taken for this to confirm that we have internal choke. Now this is where analysis paralysis begins to kick in, because now you are faced with choosing this to be your internal choke, and then you trade when IM is taken on 15 minutes, take out this. So we have to wait and see. The market pushes down. So you can call this internal choke if you like. Some people will be considering this, and that is where now an analysis paralysis comes in. So this is now, you can choose this as your IDM, and then this becomes your decisional POI. Now, some people will be second guessing themselves whether they should be waiting for this as internal choke. Then you have this as your decisional POI. and then you are targeting here. Maybe you give it a bigger stop loss with a series of guesswork. So let's wait and see. So let's see if it is going to work out. So so that has worked out. Now this would be now how Coach Riti teaches people. Wow, this is now that is from the if you want to suffer, you can go that route. This can be also internal shock. This can be internal shock, but now another problem you have to deal with is now you will be waiting for this as your IDM. Now you can go further and mark this imbalance here as your PI. Now this kind of stress is what I hate. This is now extreme POI. Can't even find a labeling, the best labeling here. Extreme POI. So let's just make it a demand zone. So you're expecting this to be IDM. Some people will be expecting this to be engineered liquidity, which is okay. But you see, the market does not care what all these are. It will just move when it wants to move. So basically, I'll go the easier route that I formed of starting at daily time frame. Then I just wait for it to close. Now I've explained to you how I came up with this strategy. So somebody who would wish to know why I only mark few things and leave the rest is because I understand what the market needs to do. So this is that. So we can see that step one, the market is on a buy trend. This is buy. Then we close down. That means that 4 hours has pushed back to take inducement. So generally, I would mark this as my final TP. This would be my TP1. Though I don't take partials, I only take everything, or the market takes me. I have to be generous sometimes to the market. Then now I wait and go to 4 hours. This is how I do it. Simple. I don't look at the other things. So I go to 4 hours. Let me bring the checklist. We keep it simple. Try and keep it simple. This is no swing intraday. So after that, so I wait for the first 4 hours to align and close. So this is the high. So I'm waiting for it to align. So let's see. First 4 hours does nothing. So we are waiting to see if the high of the 4 hours is taken. Now 4 hours is taken and then close bullish. So first 4 hours aligned and closed. It has aligned and closed, and then make it even a probability it closed the overall direction, which is buy. The overall direction is buy, and you can see it has aligned and closed bullish. Wonderful. Now we wait second alignment. So I'm waiting for this second high to go so that I can know that the market is now back to buying again. So at this particular point, second alignment in the first 1 hour of a new hour candle. So basically we're expecting a new candle here to start printing in 4 hours. So that new candle is what I am waiting for. It will give me the first alignment in the first 1 hour. So I've rewired this thing to make it simple for people who I'm confusing with the issues of a lot of manipulations and etc. So I've tried to re-summarize it. So you can wait for in the first 1 hour. If it doesn't give me in the first 1 hour, I'm not taking this trade. So you can wait for 1 hour. So if this high goes, if this current high goes, I will be looking for trade. If it doesn't go, then I'm not interested. You can see the first 1 hour has gone, so which is nice. So at this particular point, I recommend that if you feel if you feel confused, you can just wait for some retests and then get your entry. Stop loss, you can have 9 pips stop loss is fine, and then target this if you feel confused, or you can even have a wider stop loss if you have pathetic prop firms. 1 to 6 we still get it there. So and then you can just wait and see if it will retest, and then you take a trade. Now which one is simpler?
This one is simpler.
So,
this one is simpler. But coach, you did not observe the 30 minutes V-shape aggression manipulation, the pullback, and then
it is okay. That is why I told you, like, I did a summary today based on how I've been getting feedback from the group. So I've
boss, I also have a question.
Yes.
My question is that since trading is not like bar replay,
Mm-hmm.
how are we going to be waiting for this thing to be happening forward?
So it means you can't be patient for a day. Set and forget. Set and forget. If you place your entry like this, I can't get you well, but if I place my entry, what I always do is place an alert. I place alert somewhere here to indicate to me that my trade is moving in profit. That is what, see, after placing trade, I normally don't post. Then I place another one here, alert, and then I walk out. Now I close everything. I close here and I do other things. I'll be waiting for alert to tell me that I've hit a sell, or I'll be waiting for alert that tells me I am in profit. Once I'm in profit like this, now I can come back to chart and keep watching. So at this particular point, what you should be doing is just relaxing and holding to take profit. Now, if you feel impatient, 1 to 3 is okay. Now, this strategy, I recommend you only take 1 to 4, 1 to even reach this particular point. But personally, I know that this high is going to. So why should I leave some market, some money in the table if I can hold? At this particular point, I would be bringing maybe my stop loss somewhere here, the money that I've risked, and then I'll be bringing it like here. If it was here, I would be bringing it here. Now, what is happening here is that 4 hours is pulling back. 4 hours must always pull back. So I know that this is the pullback, and we continue. Same to this, I'm still expecting that it will still go up. So simple like that. So I know it is not bar replay, yes, but it needs a lot of practice. You need to be patient and let the market play. Set alert and then leave the chart. If you keep looking at it, you're going to be frustrated. I can't seem to get you well. It's called ESV. Now, the day you are wrong, this thing is just going to hit your stop loss here and keep going. So you don't need to worry. The day you are wrong, it will just hit your stop loss and immediately your emotion. Yes, I leave the market and go away. Maybe I go for like maybe an hour, or sometimes I also have other things that I do. Maybe I can decide to shoot a video, or maybe I can just walk out, maybe go do some walks, and then I'm expecting alert. Only when I see alert when I come to the chart. So mostly immediately I always place trade. I copy and then send to the group so that other people can join me. Whoever feels that the trade is nice, they can join me and trade with me. Then after that, I place alert like this, and then I leave.
Okay, so this SL now, how many pips? SL.
This SL is just 9 pips, 10 pips. That is too much.
What time frame is this, coach?
This is just 1 hour. I've summarized it for the V-shaped. You can still have it like this, or you can still go the other way. But you see, the other way is confusing people. Now, I can still go the other way you want it. The other way you want it is a little bit confusing, and that is why
No, if this one is okay.
Yes, so alternatively, if you continue moving with this at least 2 back, you will get confused, like the video I shot today. So let's see. Let's get. So the most important thing is the 1 hour. This 1 hour, it must be within this 1 hour. It must be within this 1 hour. Now we can go to 30 minutes and wait for pullback. If you still want to get a sniper entry, so let's delete this. So these are not now important. So let's proceed to the checklist. So I have told you the reason why I recommend, if you are starting to trade this strategy, just focus on 1 hour. I've realized that if you focus on 1 hour, if you are new or you are still getting grasp of strategy, you can just do second alignment after 1 hour and then wait for some small retest or pullback, enter, then get your reasonable stop loss. That is how I recommend it currently, so that most of you don't get confused. So if you still go ahead and wait for at least 2 candles of 30 minutes pullback or manipulation. So we can see this is the first candle closed down. This is the second candle closed down. Now from this particular point, we are waiting anything that will pull, will now go our direction, which is buy. So we can see, do we get a buy? No, not yet. Yes, we get a buy. So when you get a buy like this, the next thing is to go to the next and enter on alignment. So we have gotten at least 2 pullbacks. Now next, enter when the low or the high, so in this case we're dealing with the high because we are going upward of the first minutes full body closure. We can see that this is full body closure. Full body closure is taken in your direction. So when this high is taken, maybe you can go to lower time frame like 5 minutes and see if this high is taken, or basically wait. Now this zoom is ending. Wait for this high to be taken. So your entry should be there. Stop loss few pips below this. So this should be a stop loss 9 pips. Now when you see that, now everything is fine. So we are waiting for that high to go. So this should give us the trade. And this is our final take profit for our at least a 1 to 6. So in my case, I'll be aware that if I'm liquidated here, I'll enter. I will do the last entry and then leave it like that. So let's see. So it is taken and immediately almost liquidated, and then it now moves. Now this habit of just break evening, immediately you see movement, will make you in this market. This habit of break even. Now you see a small movement like this, you've already break even, and you don't expect that when London will open. This is London open. This is London open. If London opens, no, this is not even London open. This is 5:17 p.m. my time. So this is a New York pullback, and then we see the push overnight. So this is on, the TP was hit on 19th and the entry was on 16th. So some patience is sometimes needed to get the correct TP. Something like the JPY trade I took that I held for 3 days, I think 2 days. Now this thing is almost coming to an end. We're not even done what we are supposed to do. So you guys, you'll have to forgive me. So personally, I'm expecting this trade to hit TP. Trades here, like this one, now needs a little bit of patience. Anybody who was in this trade, and left should be patient a little bit so that it can come and take profit for a 1 to 5. It went for a 1 to 3.5 thereabout, and we're expecting it to hit take profit. Now I don't know what I'm going to do because the time is over, and this thing is still, we've not even done what we're supposed to do.